Meditation. Now, I haven't made a video about meditation in a while, so I figured I'd revisit the topic here. Um, this is one of the best self-improvement habits you can possibly get on, and I'm not exaggerating. All right, meditation is so incredibly valuable when it comes to improving yourself, improving your mental health, improving your physical health, improving your performance, improving your focus. Just there's very few aspects of life that I would say bugs everywhere couldn't be improved by meditation. So when I say meditation, and I know it's kind of a trend, so a lot of people know this, but if you don't, basically what I'm talking about is not sitting on the floor, sitting up on a mountain or whatever, and with your legs crossed and you're doing some weird hand symbols and like making noises and grunting. That's not what I'm talking about. Meditation, in the way that I'm speaking about it, is basically sitting down or laying down, whatever you want to do, closing your eyes and just breathing. Okay, just breathing deeply, right? Breathe from your belly, get a lot of, just breathe very deeply. And then put 100% of your concentration on your breath, right? I like to pick the feeling of air as it like kind of travels through my nose, right? So basically just focus entirely on that, right? I've realized that I can make it sort of a little, like there's kind of a little tiny, very quiet sound that is made when I'm breathing very deeply. It's slightly different from when I'm breathing shallowly, right? I focus on that sound, and I've put 100% of my concentration on that sound and clear all thoughts out of my mind. Now, this is very difficult to do, to clear out every single thought in your mind, especially since myself, have ADD, attention deficit disorder. So this is a very difficult practice to do, and chance more 110% more than likely you are going to experience your mind wander, right? Almost literally a couple seconds in, your mind's gonna wander. You're gonna get a random thought, right? And that's normal. A lot of people will get these random thoughts, and even they'll indulge in those thoughts. Like I end up doing a lot of times, where you end up completely spacing out for like 5 minutes, and then you're like, "Oh shoot, I'm meditating," and you remember, right? That's perfectly fine. That's the point of meditation. The point of meditation is not to clear your mind of thoughts. The point of meditation is to get a thought and then bring your focus back. All right, it's a cycle. Okay, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit down, close your eyes, get somewhere quiet, and just breathe in, focus on your breath, and then you're gonna get a thought, right? That's the second step of meditation, is getting a thought. The third step of meditation is bring your focus back to the present moment. Bring your focus back to the breath, and then you'll be focusing on your breath, and then you'll get a thought, and then you'll bring your focus back, and then you'll get focusing on your breath, and you'll get a thought, and this cycle keeps repeating and repeating for however long you're choosing to meditate, right? And each one of these cycles is like 1 rep for your brain, 1 rep for your focus, right? So because it's literally 1 rep for your focus, it's pretty like if you go to the gym, you exercise, you understand it's pretty easy to progressively overload that, right? If you've never meditated before, don't go, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna meditate for 3 hours today." That's stupid, right? Sit down and literally do a couple of these reps, and that's all you need to do, right? And then as you progress, you can just keep adding on more time. Sitting down, okay, yesterday I only meditated for like 30 seconds. That's fine. Today I'm going to meditate for about a minute. And you just keep progressively overloading and overloading and overloading until you're meditating fairly consistently every day. And your mindfulness and your focus is going to improve. Now, why would you do this, right? This sounds pretty boring. Why would you meditate? Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is one of the most important self-improvement tactics. Well, how is it one of the most important self-improvement tactics? And it's because what this does is it increases your mindfulness, and it increases your awareness of how your mind is thinking, how your mind is processing thoughts in the world around you. And it also causes you to become more fully present, right? If you are, say, practicing piano, this is just an example, and you're practicing piano, and you're trying to get this song right, and you can't really get it right. You keep I should know more about piano because I used to play. You keep getting the fingering wrong, and you keep missing notes, and you just keep messing up. All right. If you meditate and if you focus and you put like force yourself to concentrate. Force yourself to be fully present in the task at hand, because chances are every time you mess up, every time you miss a measure, every time you're a beat late, it's probably because you had a random thought in your head and you weren't 100% fully present on the task, right? Meditation is training your brain to become fully present. It's training your brain to, whenever it recognizes a thought, to be mindful of that thought and bring the focus back. So this can be applied to literally anything, right? If you're talking to somebody, and pro tip here, one of the most valuable traits when it comes to speaking with people and having social interactions is presence, right? You can pick up if someone's having a random thought, and it's really annoying when you're talking to somebody and they're not listening, right? Listening to somebody when they're speaking to you is one of the best ways to like have a good conversation, have a good social interaction, right? Meditation is literally making you better at doing that. Meditation is getting to a point where when you're hearing somebody talk and you get a random thought, or you get randomly distracted by someone walking by, as happens with me all the time, you're mindful enough to bring your focus back to the person, bring your focus back to them, and they will pick up on this, and they will see that you are listening to them intently, and frankly, that's gonna give you a better social interaction with them. You can literally have better social interactions. You can learn skills easier. You can honestly just become a more well-rounded person just by being more present. For me, what this has also helped me do is to control my emotions, right? I have struggled with anger for a long time, right? Ever since I was younger, I would struggle with anger. I would struggle with getting overwhelmed by stress and anxiety, usually from school. And meditation has really, really helped me to control those emotions, to control those feelings. I'm now able to recognize when I'm feeling stressed out, and then understand why I'm feeling stressed, and then bring my focus back to the real world, create positive thoughts, understand, try to manage my stress. It's been amazing how well I'm able to actually control and regulate my emotions through meditation, how much that has changed my life. And it will change yours too if you just practice it, right? And if you haven't meditated, if maybe you used to meditate, maybe if you haven't meditated in a long time, that's also okay, right? Literally, I'm not exaggerating here. If you want to start meditating and you've never done it before, and you're struggling with consistency, you're struggling with meditating every day, if you want to start doing that, if you're struggling with that consistency, just set a goal every day to literally do one mindful breath. One mindful breath. That is one more than you've ever done in your entire life. Then do one mindful breath per day. And then you can progressively overload from there. It's like going to the gym and benching the bar. And if you can't even bench the bar, then heck, bench the little warm-up PVC pipes that they have there, right? That's how you start. And then you'll just keep growing, keep getting stronger. Your mind will become stronger. Your mind will become better at meditating. And so you can progressively overload, keep improving the skill of meditation, and you'll become better at meditating. You'll become more mindful. You'll get the benefits I've been speaking about in this video, right? That's the power of meditation. That's why it's one of the most important self-improvement tactics on earth. That's all I got for today. God bless you, and stay wild.